Hello! How's it going, people? YouTube, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to the vlog, and Project 50 continues. So, do you know what, I'm going to put that flap up because this track is quite fragile and I've got a little ass flap. I'll wait till I put my phone down, 2 seconds. Just my bike wasn't really positioned, so I was out, so I haven't been out. I need to go back because I did do a video on Tuesday, but I didn't do a video, I didn't release it. I might put some footage up because it's rather windy, but I wasn't out previous to that, would have been through Thursday. I was out Friday. I don't think I was because I think I went back to work Thursday. I think I went out on my bike Thursday. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. I was out Tuesday, but it was so windy. It was down here, so I was coming down just up by there's a fact there, just here. That's the swimming pool. So the road actually is just between that building there and that building. The road goes that way, and probably like there's a bit of a wind sort of gap that can go through. And I was coming down from the town, it was windy, but it wasn't as bad as it was when you get down here to the shore. And as soon as I hit that bit, the bike just shuddered. So, by the time I got here, it was just absolutely, I wouldn't say it was unbearable, but it was I think it was 25 to 29 miles per hour. So it was super, super windy. But the gusts were up to 45 miles per hour, so very, very gusty, very, very windy. So I kind of doubled back, went to my mum and dad's, got a couple of things, got some I got a Christmas present that I wanted ordered. In fact, that came today, so that's done and dusted. And just came back. I only did about 4 miles, so out today. I've done 7.6. I did my little whoop. The bike is absolutely, what do you see this? I don't know if you can actually see that. The bike is absolutely caked all over. Yeah. So today it hasn't actually rained, but I've got my rain jacket on. I mean, just for a note, when I was getting my rain jacket, I do a lot of research when I buy a product. I was quite guilty before, back in the day, just getting in and buying something just because, I don't know, it was not necessarily the dearest, but it was, it wasn't probably the cheapest either. And I used to buy stuff just because I thought it was good. But what I do now is I do a lot of research, so I look at a lot of products. When I was buying a waterproof jacket, if you think, like, this is the way I think of it, most waterproof jackets have like a slider. So I don't know if you've ever played like a computer game, and it's like a slider, so you get so many like skill points to use in certain like attributes. So like for instance, a jacket, right, you'd have waterproof level, breathability, and then windproof. So you get those 3 sectors. So you would maybe get a jacket and go, right, I want it absolute 100% waterproof. So you put the slider all the way to 100% or 100, and then you go, right, I want it really breathable, and I want it windproof as well. But you can only go so much because you put all your attributes into like waterproof, and then you say, right, I'll have it breathable, but then you don't get the waterproof, and you don't really get the windproof. And I get all the windproof, but you might not, it's like, for every one that you tick, you get like deduction points and another skill level. So you never really get like anything that's like 100% perfect. So I was going through all the jackets, and there's really this and a Gore-Tex one that came up, because this is Gore-Tex, I think it's Infinity, it's the same as this stuff, Gore-Tex Infinium it's called. So I think this is the same. I think there's a patch. Yeah, there it is, yeah, Gore-Tex. So when I was looking at jackets, this came up, and I'm not going to lie, this jacket is not like cheap. But I looked at it and I was up and down. I'm going, right, do I really need? But this jacket is, and don't quote me on it, I might have to go back and look, but it's 100%, they say 100% breathable, waterproof and windproof. But it's got like this fabric. It's very, very fragile. You've got to be careful putting it on. You don't want sharp stuff. You can't wear a backpack. Not that I would wear a backpack if I'm on the road. But then I suppose you could. But you can't wear a backpack with it. You can't really put stuff. There's 2 pockets in the back. But I wouldn't put anything really sharp in it. I'd be very careful what you put in, because it is very, very thin. But it's got these like breathable panels here, the forearms and the elbows and the sides. It's got these strips. But this is the Castelli Hydro Pro 2. They made the first iteration. I think they're actually on the 3rd now. But this jacket's just phenomenal. Like, I've got this on. I've got like a windproof layer and also a jersey, just to put stuff in my pockets. But this is 100% windproof. My arms, there's no wind getting through, because I've got a windproof, obviously, base layer. So obviously I've got a double windproof material, but the arms, there's nothing getting through the arms. And the other thing is, I've just done my ride. I've done 7 miles. You know, I was hitting not bad speeds, like average, and my arms are not sweaty. So that's the breathability of it. This jacket, it's just, it's one of those things where. So when I made the decision to get this jacket, it was like, okay, it's X amount of money, but it does this, it does that, it does that. Absolutely top notch. Like, if it's a top trump card, it would be like A+++. It would just be like the best card you could get, and it would probably beat every other hand. Has it got any? Well, in saying that, the only drawback it's got is it's very delicate fabric. That's the only thing that's really maybe like a con against it. The pros are just off the charts, and it's one of those things when you put the money down, yeah, it's expensive, but it's one of those things that as time goes on, that value becomes more like, I'm not saying it devalues, but it basically ekes out, and it becomes a really good purchase because of what it can do. So I'm out today. I've done my loop. I don't know how to pop up to my mum's. I've actually got some stuff I might take up. So what I might do is I might pop into the house, pick up this stuff, and then head up to my mum and dad's just for a little bit, because I'm off tomorrow, back Sunday at work, and then I'm off Monday, Tuesday. So it's a bit of a weird one. I've got 1 day to work, and I've got like 3 off. Also, I've got, and I'm actually wearing a lot of purchases today. I got these. These are, I don't know if you can actually see my stocking line. These are the Sportful Pro Limited Aero shorts. Really, really nice. I mean, look at the fit in the leg here. It's almost like seamless. They don't actually have like a gripper. They just sit because they're I wouldn't say a snug fit. But they're actually really, really like nice in the leg. Although I'm wearing my leg warmers, and I've also got my Peter Sagan Total Energies top. Again, it's another Sportful top, so got that, and that's really comfortable as well. So yeah, I'm really happy with the purchases I've made. My other purchase is actually, it got delivered, I think, I checked on Evri, it just got delivered. So that's sitting there waiting on me. So what I might do is, go up to my mum and dad's. I don't know whether to maybe give the bike a partial clean up at my mum and dad's. I can maybe get the hose and hose it down, get most of the junk off. And then I'll probably fit the components that I got today on my bike. So when I go on my ride tomorrow, I can test it. Or I could go out a ride later tonight. It depends what the weather's like. I don't know if I really want to get my bike dirty again, to be honest. But yeah, it's good times. I needed a pair of black bib shorts. My bib shorts, as I said, those Boardman bib shorts were just, like. And as I say, I may still do a video on this, like bib shorts, because everybody's taking bib shorts is different. Like when I bought those Boardman bib shorts, I had absolutely not a clue about bib shorts. Like I knew roughly what they were, the chamois and all that kind of jazz, but for just like what a bib short should do, I didn't know. And the Boardman ones were good. I mean, they lasted I think I had them for 5 years. But at the end of the day, you kind of appreciate when you put on a really good bib short. It's night and day the difference. It's like it's kind of like when if somebody gave you a Ferrari that had I don't know, like a really cheap, crappy engine in it, and it looks good, but it's not got the performance. Then you're sitting in an actual Ferrari, and you just, even when you sit in it, you feel like these seats are really nice and comfy. Everything just sits nice, and then you've got the power of the engine. It's like, oh yeah, this is it. That's what it was like with me and my first bib short. So I may do a video on it, because I don't really do too many sort of like. It's not really a review, but it's kind of like a buyer's guide maybe to bib shorts. Give my kind of 5 cents. But also I've got another topic to talk about, but I'll cut this. So join me later. Hello, welcome back. So I've got another point to make. I'm going to have a little sip. By the way, Team Sky SIS water bottle Elite Fly Edition. Absolutely nearly done, but it's still usable. But anyway, so I was on my break last night or this morning, and there was quite an interesting article. How did I discover it? I think it was on Facebook. Or was it Twitter? But Shimano have recalled Dura Ace and Ultegra cranks, Holotech 2 technology. There's a list of cranks that are affected, and so you better believe it. Ultegra. So I've got an Ultegra FC 8000. I've got the Shimano Ultegra FC, is it 8000R or R8000? I think it's R8000. And the date code. So this bike, I think, was built in 2018. And I think my cranks, spec-wise, are like maybe late 2018. So I think it's QB is the code. So basically I fall into the category of this inspection check. So if you've been, I say, living under a rock, but if you don't know, Shimano Dura Ace and Ultegra cranks have been failing. They've been cracking, and there's like cracks appearing. Basically, Holotech, the cranks, it's like an Easter egg. So it's like two shells and an Easter egg, and they join them together. So they're hollow inside, but they're obviously got the metal part, and that basically saves so much weight, and they're incredibly strong. The problem is there's been an issue with the bonding of the seam lines, so they're basically epoxied, but there's an issue with the seams failing. Now, I think the 1st of October there's going to be a programme of recalls, B, possible replacements, and all that stuff. I thought the inspection was going to be at a store, and I think you could go to a dealer and get it done free of charge, and the replacements free of charge. But I think we're meant to do the inspection, kind of. If we're not sure, we probably could take it to get it serviced. I don't see a problem with that. I've checked my crank and I don't see any visible cracks. Now, when I do my bike tonight, I'm going to have a really good look, but I don't see anything. I think it's the right crank arm that's failing just below the pedal. I don't have any issues there. And also, if you feel there's, I don't know if they call it the spider's web, but there's a web bit that goes onto the actual crank disc, so the arm of the crank, and it's like a spider feature, and it bolts into your crank. But if you feel it, your mine's a really flush. I don't have really any like major like lips, because what happens is it expands and it starts to move. So you've got a joint, instead of being like flush, it starts to go like this. So there's a little bit of a gap, a ridge, a step. But my bike doesn't, well, I'm saying it doesn't appear to have any of that. But I'm going to do an inspection tonight. What the hell is that? Is that a bad electric or just a bad... That sounds really rough. But yeah, so that's come up. So I think you just do your own inspection. And to be honest, I don't see an issue with my cranks. I don't have the tool to take out the cranks, which is actually, I think, quite easy. It's something I probably need to buy. It's a plastic plug. You basically undo the bolts, and then you just undo this little plug, and then it comes out, and then that's it. It's quite easy. But I could take it off and inspect it that way, but I can do it on the bike. I'll give it a really good inspection tonight, see what's happening. But that's it basically. I'm not really. I don't think I am affected by it. I'm in that bracket, but I don't think my cranks are bad. I mean, I've not put like devastating power down, but I've put enough power that. I mean, I don't know. As the saying goes, how long's a bit of string? You know what I mean? It's one of these things. But anyway, as I say, the show goes on, so I'm going to probably, pop into my house, try and get these neoprene gloves back on, which is probably going to be something to video, and I'm going to head up to my mum's, see what's happening, drop off my Christmas. I tried it on, by the way, but I had to, because if it's, I trust the sizes with Sportful, but sometimes the bomber jersey and the like Body Fit Pro jersey have got a different fit system. Like, you can buy the same size, but they can be a little bit neater. It depends on what kind of style of jersey it is. Because I got one that was XXL, but it's a good fit, but it's not baggy. It's nice, but it's not overly tight either. So, but anyway, I've rabbled on enough. My bike is just, it's minging. It really is bad. So maybe going up to my mum and dad's and doing the hose might be a good thing. But anyway, see you later.